You're doing everything the parenting experts tell you. Kneeling down, looking your screaming toddler in the eye, saying, "I see you're upset because your sister took your truck." And yet, the meltdown only gets louder, the flailing arms wilder, the tears more frantic. What if this gold standard advice is actually pouring fuel on the fire? Picture this. Your 3-year-old is sprawled on the kitchen floor, red-faced, shrieking over a broken cookie. You've read the books, watched the TikToks, scrolled the Instagram reels, so you tried a script. I know you're sad about the cookie. No change. You double down, softer this time. "Sweetie, I see you're really upset." The wails escalate. You're stuck, repeating the same phrase like a broken record, hoping it'll magically click. But it doesn't. Why? Because when a child's emotions are in overdrive, their brain isn't wired to process your words. It's like trying to whisper directions to someone on a roller coaster mid-loop. They're too overwhelmed to hear you. Let's flip the script. Imagine you've had a brutal day. Your boss chewed you out, your coffee spilled, your phone died. You're venting to a friend, pouring your heart out, and all they do is nod and say, "I see you're upset." Over and over. By the third time, you're not calmer. You're ready to snap. "Stop parroting me and just listen." Kids feel the same way. Repeating, "I get it, you're mad," doesn't soothe them. It can make them feel like you're not really there, like you're just reciting lines from a parenting manual. Here's the science. During a tantrum, the prefrontal cortex, the brain's thinking part, goes offline. A 2019 study from the Journal of Child Psychology found that when kids are in emotional overload, their ability to process verbal input drops by up to 70%. Your well-meaning words, they're static in a storm. So what does work? After one clear acknowledgement, "I see you're angry about the truck," stop talking. Sit nearby. Offer a gentle touch. If they'll let you, maybe stroke their back. Your quiet presence says, "I'm here, I've got you," louder than any mantra ever could. But what if they're not just crying? What if they're hitting or throwing toys? You don't have to be a punching bag to prove your love. If your child lashes out, ensure they're safe. Then step back. Picture this. Your 5-year-old is chucking blocks because you turned off the iPad. Instead of staying in the line of fire, you move to the couch and say, "I know you're mad, and that's okay." Hitting isn't. "I'm right here when you're ready." You're not abandoning them. You're modeling boundaries while showing you're still there. Contrast this with barking, "Stop crying," and storming off. That tells a kid their feelings are wrong, inconvenient, even shameful. A 2021 study from the American Academy of Pediatrics showed that dismissing emotions like this can increase anxiety and lower self-esteem in kids as young as 3. Could you be sending the wrong message without realizing it? Let's dig deeper. When you validate once and stay present, you're teaching your child their emotions are real and okay, but they don't get to run the show. Say your 4-year-old is screaming because they can't wear flip-flops in the snow. You say, "I know you're disappointed about the shoes. I'm here when you're ready to talk." Then you wait, maybe sipping your coffee, staying calm. They might wail for 5 more minutes, but they're learning, my feelings matter. But I can't hurt others or break rules. Compare that to shutting them down with, "Big kids don't cry over shoes." That teaches them to stuff their emotions, which can lead to bigger outbursts later, or worse, emotional numbness. Now let's get real. This isn't easy. I remember a day when my own toddler lost it because I cut his sandwich into triangles instead of squares. I'm trained in emotional regulation. Years of working with kids taught me all the tricks. But in that moment, I was unraveling. His screams felt like they were drilling into my skull. I tried the "I see you're upset" line, and it was like throwing water on a grease fire. Exhausted, I called a friend who's a child psychologist. She said, "Stop talking. Just sit with him." So I did. I scooped him onto my lap, stayed quiet, and let him cry. 5 minutes later, he was sniffling but calm, clinging to me like a lifeline. That moment shifted everything. I realized I didn't need to fix his feelings. I just needed to be there while he felt them. Here's the heart of it. Your presence is the most powerful tool you have. Let's break it down with a real-world example. Imagine you're at the park, and your 6-year-old flips out because another kid took their turn on the slide. Step 1, validate once. "I see you're frustrated about the slide." Step 2, be there. Sit on the bench nearby. Maybe offer a sip of water. If they come for a hug, give it. If they need space, let them have it. But stay close enough that they know you're not going anywhere. Step 3, set limits if needed. If they start shoving the other kid, you step in. "I know you're upset, but pushing hurts. Let's take a break over here." You're not punishing them, you're guiding them. Data backs this up. A 2020 study from the University of Toronto found that kids whose parents used this approach, validating emotions while setting clear boundaries, showed 40% better emotional regulation by age 7 than those whose parents dismissed or ignored feelings. But what about those moments when you're not sure you're doing it right? Every parent doubts themselves. Think about the last time your kid had a meltdown in public. Maybe at the grocery store, with every shopper staring like you're failing a parenting audition. You might have snapped, "Just stop it," and instantly regretted it. That's okay, you're human. The next time, try this. Take a deep breath. Say, "I see you're mad about the candy. I'm here," and stand firm. You're not just calming them, you're rewiring their brain to handle big emotions better next time. Let's zoom out. Your job isn't to stop every tantrum. It's to help your kid learn what to do with their feelings. Picture a teenager who can say, "I'm stressed about this test. Can we talk?" instead of slamming doors. That starts now, with you sitting through the toddler screams, showing them it's safe to feel. A 2023 meta-analysis in developmental psychology found that kids who learn early to name and manage emotions are 50% less likely to struggle with anxiety or aggression in adolescence. Your patience today is their strength tomorrow. Now, for a bit of lightness, because parenting isn't all heavy moments. I'll never forget the time my kid had a full-blown tantrum over a wrong sippy cup. Pink instead of blue. And you'd think I'd committed a crime. I was ready to lose it. But instead, I sat on the floor, held out my arms, and said, "I know the pink cup's not your favorite. I'm here." He glared, threw the cup, then crawled into my lap and sobbed. Later, he grabbed that same pink cup and drank from it like nothing happened. Kids, right? Those moments remind you, they're not trying to drive you crazy. They're just figuring out how to be human. So here's the takeaway. Validate your child's feelings once, then be their anchor with a calm, steady presence. Don't repeat yourself into a loop or dismiss their emotions. Stay close, set boundaries, and let them know their feelings are okay, but you're there to guide them through. Want to dig deeper? Seek out resources from child psychologists or parenting coaches who focus on emotional growth. Try this approach next time your kid loses it and see what shifts. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe, and join our community for more real talk on parenting. Videos like this might not stick around forever with platform changes, so don't miss out. What's the wildest tantrum your kid's ever thrown? Drop it in the comments. Let's swap stories and share what's worked.